Here's this week's tips, life hacks and brands to help you waste less, buy better and be more sustainable. Every week we cover 6 features, starting with the meal challenge. We're gonna be making plant-based kebabs, even with homemade wraps. Hello! Bossing it is Earth Hour and WWF. That's happening on the 27th of March. We have tip of the week is all about recycling and your neighbours. Love Local is Energise Events, another date for your diary that's all in the aid of epilepsy. We have your questions answered. What do you do with your waste when you're renovating your home? And finally, oh, fancy that, taking your old tech back to a big tech giant. Following a recommendation from our neighbour, we bought this stuff, Vivera, shawarma kebab, plant-based, made from soya protein. It was delicious. As soon as we opened like the lid of it, we're like, oh god damn, I can smell some good seasoning in that. Fake kebab meat, really nice. All you do is prepare some lettuce, I pickled some red onions, made homemade garlic mayo, which was much easier. It's not just mayo and garlic, a little bit of olive oil and lemon to loosen it up as well, goes down well. And then I made fajitas. I was going to make pitta, didn't realise you do have to put yeast in that, so we went with wraps. Highly recommend this. It was well easy and really tasty. Just whack that in the oven for 4 minutes, or do it in a wok or something. They've got some really good information here as well on the sleeve. So it came in a plastic tray, but the tray was made of 100% recycled plastic bottles. And now I've signed up to Magpie, a waste collection company in Brighton and Hove. I'm gonna now get the tray recycled too. The sleeve is FSC approved cardboard, and they've got some little facts here for you. Reducing your meat and dairy intake is good for our planet as well as our health. By eating plant-based for a month, you save up to 3 animals, 62 kilograms of CO2 and 39,000 litres of water. That's just for a month. So, you know, if you're thinking about doing it or doing it a bit more, it's really worth it, especially with decent products like this. So this Saturday, the 27th of March, is Earth Hour. Have you heard of this before? It's what the WWF started. It's at 8:30 p.m. and it's where businesses and individuals pledge to turn off all of their lights for a whole hour at 8:30 on Saturday evening. The whole point is to raise awareness about climate change, about the damage to the planet. And this year, they're really putting a focus on biodiversity, because there's a massive conference happening later this year, the COP conference, where biodiversity is going to play a huge role. And Sir David Attenborough has been educating us on this more and more over the recent months and years. So we need to pledge together to turn off all of our lights. Plus, if you start following Earth Hour on social media, they are releasing a video on the hour that's going to be really putting the spotlight on what the issues are and what we can do about it. It's a surprise. We don't know what the video is about, but you know, I imagine it will be very good and extremely important. So put it in your phones now, 8:30 p.m. Saturday the 27th of March, turning all lights off, get your candles out for a whole hour. Tip of the week is, wouldn't it be nice to get on with your neighbours? We're in a basement flat and we have 4 flats above us. And in Brighton and Hove, the only plastic you can recycle in your household recycling are bottles. So thank you to people who have helped with recommendations of what to do with plastic tubs and trays and pots. Magpie They have been around since 1996 and they do various different types of collections of all the plastics that the council won't take. And today I've emailed the flats above us to see if they want to go in for a communal plastic recycling. A couple of them are new to the area, so I've even sent them an email to tell them, did you know, have you seen on the bin, it is only plastic bottles only. So I only sent it this evening, I haven't checked if anyone's replied, but it's something that was just so simple to encourage other people to join in and recycle better. And if you're going to be the instigator and arrange it all, then it's hassle free for them. So there you go. Tip of the week: have a chat with your neighbours. Start influencing, the closer areas. I don't know where I'm going with this. Another date for your diary is Friday the 26th of March, and that is for our Love Local event, Energise Events. I say local, it's a local business, but it's available across, anywhere, because it's digital. So the Epilepsy Society has been chosen as the charity they're raising money for through this event, and it's in loving memory of a chap called Rob Tyrrell, who very sadly died only a few months ago. This event is about fun and energy and creating positive awareness, and you're going to start with yoga, then dance fitness, then Zumba. It's brilliant. If you just go to Energise Events on Instagram, you can find out more about it, get involved. It's for a really good cause. Instead of going on holiday this year, like I'm sure a lot of people, we are putting our little bit of savings into our bathroom. We're getting a brand new bathroom. We're in the middle of the fit. There is dirt and dust everywhere, and all of our belongings are all over the shop. It's a little bit stressful, but it's fine, I'll get over it. And through the whole, getting rid of the tiles, getting rid of the bathroom, it's been really playing on my mind about the amount of waste and where it's going, because 62% of landfill is actually from renovations, construction, it's demolition. It's all like the rubble and the aggregates and the toilets and the baths, and so much stuff goes into landfill that is from construction. So I didn't know where to find someone who would take tiles and toilets. And then luckily, the chaps who were booked anyway, turns out they recycle 95% of the waste they collect. They're called G&S Clearance, and I'm really, really pleased about it, because it was sitting on my conscience. They reckon it's on a government website, but over 60,000 tonnes of waste goes into landfill every year because of construction, which is pretty sickening actually. So if you are going to be doing any sort of renovation, then I would highly recommend, if you're in the southeast, look at G&S Clearance, or just look at Google green skips, eco-friendly waste management, that type of thing. Eventually you'll find it, or just have a chat with a few people who live locally. And finally for this week, fancy that, Currys will take back your laptops, tablets, mobile phones, smartwatches, even your game console, and if they're in good nick, they'll give you a voucher back for it and you can spend it in store. Now, there is a really great local company called Take Tech Back in Brighton, but for the masses, this is brilliant news that Currys do this, and I think it's really important that if you've got any of this stuff lying around and you might be having a bit of a spring clean, as we've all been spending so much time at home, then collect up your goods and take them down to Currys as soon as you're able to. Just make sure you wipe off any personal data and all that jazz. That's it for this week. Thanks so much for watching to the end. If you've got any tips of your own or brands that you'd like me to feature on here, let me know. Sustainable Squad.